Cbt software. I'm going to walk you through on how this software actually works. Okay, the first URL that you go to, you can put in your IP address of your system, or you can use localhost. But the port number is 2025. That's the port number. So when you go to this localhost 2025, the localhost you can replace it with your IP address. You click on enter, then you see this nice interface. At this part, this is where the student or candidate can put in their profile picture, goes in, put in this portal, put in their profile picture, and then they can access their exams. Why at this portal is for the administrators. They can log in from this portal. Now, as an administrator, we need to create an account for you to be able to use this app efficiently. We need to create an account. So we open a different tab and we go to localhost 3800. Remember the local, we go to localhost 3800 slash API slash index. This is the portal for the administrator to create an account as an admin. So I'm going to create an account, type in my name, John Batoi, that's my name, and I'm going to put an email, admin, then my password 34567. It must be minimum of 8. Password 1234567. So I just entered 8 times, then upload a profile picture. Can select one profile picture, let's say this, then click on submit. Once you submit, you see account has been created. John Battle is now an admin. Then we'll go back here and then click on for administrators. Then this is already my username. Then my password is 1234567, which is 8 times. Then click on login. For click on login, we come to this dashboard. This is the admin dashboard. You can see everything is properly placed. You can create a class, subject, questions, upload, like that. So first thing first, for us to customize this app, let me just change this one back to 2025 so it can take us to the normal login portal for everyone, which is the landing page, which is this. Now I have to customize this app to become like my own, because this one is still carrying the company address. So what I need to do is come to these settings on your admin dashboard. You can see it here. Default front page heading is Aritron Cbt Software, which is what you are seeing here, Aritron Cbt Software. So we can change that to your organization. For instance, we can change it to Givitech ICT ICT CBT Software, for instance, just like this. Just like this, give it a ICT CPT software, and we can click on update. You can see immediately it gets updated. So when the user comes to this site, we can just refresh the page, and then this becomes our front end. Then this CBT exam portal, we can also change it if we want to from the settings. You can see it by default, it is CBT exam portal. We can change it if we want to change it, and then also at this administrative part, this part, we can also change it, which is what we have here. Instead of coordinators portal, we can change it to admin portal if you want to. Admin portal. So it gets updated immediately. So we'll come here, instead of coordinators portal, we refresh, it becomes admin portal. So this is how we can change the headings of all the pages. And apart from this, you can also do a couple of things on your settings. You can change your profile picture here. You can change your profile picture if you want to. You can also change update your password. for security. You can change it. You can also change your name, but what you cannot change is your email address because that is unique on the system. And then another feature here that this thing has is, do you want students to see their results after taking the exam? So by default, it is no. It means that once they finish taking the exam, they will not be able to see their result on their screen. But if you select it to be yes, that means immediately they finish the exam, they will immediately see their result on their screen, printed out on their screen. So by default, it is no. But if you want, you can say yes. So that's how that feature works. So if we come back to our dashboard, the first thing first for us to do is to create subjects, because right now you can see everything is empty. I'm just starting it from afresh. So it's to create a subject. So for instance, I can say um, English. I can say English 2026. I can create a subject like this if I want to, and if I click on add, you see it gets added. It gets added to the list of the subjects. Then we can add questions to this subject by clicking on this plus button. You click on this plus button, it takes you where you can type in the question. For instance, this is an English test exam. What what is the answer? I'm just typing rubbish. Then if there's a diagram, you can select a diagram. Let's assume that there's a diagram, so you know that it accepts a diagram. Let's say we're taking this as a diagram. We select it, and option A, we can say it, you can write anything, it is not. B, yes it is. C, all is correct. So at this last part, you just type in the correct option. You are not typing an expression. Just if it is A, that is the answer. All you need to do is to all you need to do is just to put A. If it's B the answer, you just put B. If it's option C that is the answer, you just put C. So let me just say B is the answer. Once I click on upload question, you see that your question has been what added, and you can upload more, as many as you want. If you click on this eye icon, you're able to see the question by the right that you have uploaded. Look at it, look at the diagram, and look at the question. You can also edit it from here by clicking on that pen icon side. Look at it here. You can edit it. Look at the diagram. Look at the options that we did. Look at them. So you can upload, you can do whatever thing you like. You can even format the text if you want to format it. You can format it. Let's say answer, you can give it to be underlined if you want to. You can make the English bold. You can format the text any how you want to do it. You can format it, and then you can update the question. You can see that it's working. Question updated successfully. Let's just test it. Remember, it is underlined and then it's up. So let's just go to another screen and come back to that screen. For us to see it, we click on this eye icon to view all the questions that are on this subject. Look at it. If we go to edit, you can see that the changes are there. So this one is very, very fast. Very, very, very fast. It can accommodate more than 800 students per sitting in an exam. Then again, the next thing we need to do, this is what we just did now, is to create subjects one after the other, but we can create subject in bulk. So let me just go straight to that point. We just come to upload. We'll come to upload. We want to create a subject. Now what this thing want to create a question, what this upload does, this first part I said we can download the sample of the question. Now if we want to upload a question, we need to specify, also put the name. You can see from the sample, we see English, then the question, the option A, option B, option C, and the answer, just as we add it on that manual input section. Now what it does is once we upload the question, if the subject name does not exist, it's going to create the subject name and then add the questions to that subject. But if the subject name exists, because the name is unique, if the subject name exists, it's going to just add the questions to that original subject. Now remember that from this subject that we created, we specify that the subject name is English 2020. Remember, this subject name is very unique. If I had written small letter e, it's different from writing a big letter e. So you have to take note of that. The names are unique and they must be uh, be the same when uploading. So I already have some subjects that I've written in an Excel file. I'm just going to upload them. So I'm going to upload. uh, I think I had them in my oh god, where are they? All right then, so I have them here. This where I have them. Then I'm just going to say look at a Greek. I'm just going to upload, let's say, use of English. Remember that one I have is different one. So once I click on upload question, you see it's uploaded automatically. If we go to subject now, we see that we have use of English. If we click on C, we're going to see all the questions that were attached. See 55 questions in English. See, we can edit and we can delete. We can delete the entire question already. Then that is how it works. Then I can go back again and just upload biology. Can click on upload. It gets uploaded. Click on upload again. A Greek, like that, and then you can upload. Just download the sample and follow the sample. The same thing with student registration. If you want to register students, this is how you can register in bulk, and this is how you can upload questions and subjects in bulk. If we go to subject again, you see that all these subjects has been uploaded, and they all have their questions inside. See, and you can edit by just clicking this pen size. You can edit like that. So the next thing to do for you to register a candidate, remember, you first of all create a subject, and then the next thing is to create a class, because students must fall into a class. You can name the class anything. If it is a secondary school setting, you can name it. If it is JSS1, you can say JSS1, JSS2, SS1. If it is a lecture or lecture classes or jam class, you can say jam classes. You can just give it a name. A class can be any name. If it is an organization, if it is civil defense, you can say civil defense promotion exam 2025, just like that. It just gives your class a name, because you must register your candidate under a class. So let's just call this one, for instance, let's say uh, super lectures, and then we can set the time, or say 45, and then the initials to be SL. Now what this thing mean here is this. It means that then we can select the subjects on that class, because registering a student, you select the subject, and then you can append those subject for the student registration. What this thing means is that when this time will be the exact time that the student will write all his first subjects. So let's click on create class. So create class, this is the class name. Then the next thing, then we can now register students. Now we can register students. We'll come to candidates. Then we select the class that want to register a student under. We can pick from the classes, and then write the full name of, say, Kate. Automatically the profile code is here. It gets updated from the server automatically. You can put the student passport if there is, but it's optional. You can put the phone number, it is optional. What is most necessary is the name of the student. Then we click on register. Click on register. You see below we have it here. You can see below we have it here. Kate John, time in minutes 45 minutes, the profile code. So this is what the profile code, this is what the student will use in writing the exam. You can come to enrolled candidates. Click on enrolled candidates. You see the name of the class and the time, and then you can see the candidate that are registered under. Then if for instance there are many candidates, let's say 1,000 of them or 10,000, if you want to print out the registered candidate on that class, you just need to export to Excel. Once you click on export, it's going to automatically look at it. It's going to automatically download all the registered students on that class. You can view it. It's going to just show you in an Excel file. Then this Excel file, look at it. All of them will come out if they are 10,000, because I don't want the time to be too long. That's why I'm just trying to cut things off. So with this profile code, we can log in as a student to participate. Now, registering a class, creating a class has two parts. This is the first part that we just did. If we log in as a student, come here, we log in as a student, there should be no space. We log in as a student, we see this now. We see the total subject the student is supposed to answer. Then we see an instruction page, the name of the student and that. We can click on start exam, and then the student can start writing his or her exams. In the exam section, when you want to make use of calculators, you open the calculators and then you click back the calculator. Again, it goes out. You can also answer with your keyboard by pressing B. It will answer, pick the correct function, just like that. So this is one part of the class. Then the other part of the class is, for instance, if it's an organization where this first class that we created, it can only accept 4 subjects, because in jam setting is only 4 subjects the student can answer. It can only accept 4 subjects. But if you want the student to answer like 100 subjects, that means you have to do it in batches. You have to answer this subject in batches, one after the other, not 4 at once. If you want to go through that route, then you can click on this part. You can click on this place called enable batch mode. If you click on enable batch mode, you can now put the name of the class. For instance, let's say cool breeze. Then you can say CB as an initial, anything. Then you pick the class. Now when you pick class, you will now set the timing for each subject. This one, now you set the time for each subject. If you now say, you can say 67 minutes for biology, maybe 50 for Greek. If you are selecting English, it still tell you to add the time frame. You can say 4, any amount of time, then you create the class. So if you come down, you see that cool breeze is the time is what subject time based. That means each subject has their own time. If you come to settings, you get to find out that current batch await time is 15 minutes. It means that once they finish writing one subject, the next subject they will write, they have to wait for 15 minutes to write the next subject. But you can change this. You can put it to 1. If you say 1, it asks you this. You see, if you say 1, that means the current batch await time is 1 minute. That means you wait for 1 minute to write the next subject. These are, they can write multiple subjects per time. So if you want to register students under that one, we can pick cool breeze. You can pick the class. For instance, let's just pick 2 and say Lovette. So you can click on register. So we just register. Now you see that Lovette is time based. We'll pick on our profile code. Like I told you, you can still come to enrolled candidates. You can see we have this where you can see all the candidate inside could be that was just I can download the Excel file. I'm just copying the profile code from there. So put it, and then when you log in, okay. Maybe I didn't copy the profile code well. Go back again. Uh, Candidates, good. Copy the profile code and come in here. Uh, all right, so we put in the profile code. You have to make sure that there's when you copy code like this, make sure that there's no space on at the back. So we click on login. You see now we get to see the current subject that we are answering and the total subject that we are supposed to answer. For instance, now let's say I answered this. Let me just answer fast. Um, I'm just using my keyboard to be answering the questions because the system is very fast. So I'll finish answering. What I need to do is to click on submit. Click on submit. Then it tells me to relog in again because I just answered one. If I try to relog in, look at what happens. It tells me please wait 1 more minute before taking the next exam. So you see, because I've answered one paper, I have to wait 1 minute because our time that we set here in our settings, we set their wait time is 1 minute. Look at it. We say current badger wait time is 1 minute. That's what we set. We can if we change to 2 minutes, the person is going to wait 2 minutes. So let's just wait for 1 minute and then retry again. You see that it's going to work this time around. All right, we are going to try to log in again. This is 1 minute now. Once you click on login, now what we see, it means this subject is ticked, meaning that we've answered biology, and then what is left now is that's how we answer the exam. That's how it works. That's how it works. So as a coordinator, you as an admin, you can do much more. Now to I don't know if we've okay, we'll come to results. We only have one result because of the we only completed one exam. So we can see click on see results. Yeah, of course, score zero because was just testing the system. And then we can also review the answers we got correctly and the answers we got wrongly. This is the application. See, it tells you just a whole lot that this you got this you got that. See, feel like that. So this is pretty much it. And then come to questions. It tells the total number of questions that you have in your database, and then your questions, the answers, and the rest of it. Also have scratch card. For instance, now you don't want this like for these settings. You want to make extra money. The students are not seeing their results instantly. They write the exams, so you want them to buy scratch card to see their results. So you can sell scratch card to them by just putting a figure and generating it. Click on generate, it generates scratch card. So if we come back here, the student can the student can go into, let's say let's look at here. Let's go to see. You can come to scratch card here. Then we can log in. Let's log in back again. So we can get this scratch card, copy this scratch card, copy it. You can put the scratch card here. You can only use the scratch card 3 times. Then with the profile code of the candidates, to see their results, come and then put the profile code and then you check results. You see now, this is what they would have seen if you if you say this, if you click on yes, they should see the result immediately. This is what they will see. They will see all their subject scores and the total scores, and then we advise to take an exam. This crash card is only works 3 times. Once it's 3 times, they can no longer use this crash card again. They have to come and buy another scratch card. So this is just a summary of everything. You can see how simple the interface is and easy to explore. Easy. So if you have any more questions, you can ask us and we'll be able to communicate that to you. Thank you very much and God bless you.